The One Thing: The Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan. Are you a multitasker? It seems we have to be these days to get anything done that is demanded by our busy lives. But according to Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, multitasking is messy business and not very effective. We really can't fully concentrate on two things at once, at least not well, so we end up wasting time and energy bouncing between tasks. Their book, The One Thing: The Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results, challenges the commonly accepted axioms of success and proposes that focusing on less can help you achieve more. They suggest a question to help you focus on the task at hand, avoid distraction, and achieve success. What's the one thing I can do, such by doing it everything else will be easier or unnecessary? That question has a way of identifying your purpose, what you want your life to be about, so you can sharpen your focus and be more productive. On a smaller level, it helps you focus in the moment to find the best thing to do immediately. The mistake most of us make is thinking we can boost our willpower enough to meet multiple goals with high success. We don't realize that willpower is like a battery. It can run down. Even with our physical and mental health at peak performance, willpower does not last indefinitely. But an overconfidence in our own willpower often leaves us trying to do several things at once, a practice called multitasking. Research shows, however, that multitasking reduces focus and slows us down as we make second-by-second transitions from one task to another and back again. Do not think that intensifying your focus means your life needs to have only one aspect. Keller and Papasan say that the focusing question can be applied to different aspects of your life beyond your business or job. They include consideration of your spiritual life, your personal health, key relationships, and financial management as well. This focusing question seeks to eliminate the problem of priorities because it focuses you on the one thing of most importance to you at a particular time or in a particular area of your life. All items on a to-do list are not actually of equal importance, though we often wrongly give them equal status. When everything seems urgent, we are likely to get overwhelmed and give up on the list or do a mediocre job on the items just to get them crossed off. According to the authors, this is not the path to success. We must realize that urgency does not equal importance. The key question will help you see the one thing that should be your focus. The focusing question also helps set up the dominoes, so to speak, to create a domino effect. A domino effect is when one event or task affects another, and so on. According to the authors, a well-placed domino can set off a chain reaction of toppling dominoes, even if those dominoes are larger than the first. Applying this concept to life, you want the focusing question to direct you to the one small action you can take now, so that future actions that may seem daunting become either less so or not necessary at all. A cooking example might help. Maybe you have struggled with dinner when nothing is ready, perhaps the ingredients you need aren't in the cupboard, or the meat isn't thawed. What if you spent 30 minutes making a weekly meal plan and generated a shopping list once a week? People report that this half-hour endeavor saves not only time over the long run, but also spares them from much stress as dinner approaches. And talk about a domino effect. You also save money not having to grab something on the way home or eat out, and you probably improve the health value of your meals too. In the business world, this might mean that you do 5 minutes of research on a potential client before you meet with her. Not only will this make you more relaxed for your first meeting, but it should be easier to build a relationship and maybe even to get that client to buy into your product or service. We often mistake the key to success as doing more when, according to these two successful men, the key is actually to do a few things well. The book provides 5 steps to get you on the way to creating a success habit built on the focusing question. 1. Understand and believe that the concept of the one thing can help you move towards success. 2. Use it. Start your day by asking, what's the one thing I can do today for whatever you want, such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or even unnecessary. During the day, keep yourself on track by asking it again, focusing on the moment at hand. 3. Make it a habit. A small dose of discipline can develop a healthy habit. By using the focusing question frequently, you can develop your focus so it becomes more natural and automatic. 4. Leverage reminders. Put up reminders, notes to self, screensavers, refrigerator magnets that keep you on track. Post something like, "The one thing equals extraordinary results." 5. Recruit support. Get others on board with you and boost accountability. Having others around you who are also learning the success habit will not minimize your success. Instead, you should be able to help one another on the path to having more time and energy for what you think is important. To further illustrate why focus on one thing helps, the authors bring up the 80-20 rule, also known as Pareto's principle. They didn't devise it, but it applies well. Just as 20% of your investments can often generate 80% of your return, and 20% of your customers are responsible for 80% of your sales, the authors propose that 20% of your habits usually account for 80% of your success. Don't get hung up on the percentages being exact. The idea is that a small part of what you commit to yields your big results. So whittle down your to-do lists and figure out those high-leverage activities that are super effective. Give them your undivided attention. This is the purpose of the focusing question. I admit I'm one who has walked into a room and not remembered why I was there. I think I'm guilty of messy multitasking. I try to focus on too many things at one time and find that I am not well focused on anything. It's a great time for me to ask, what's the one thing I can do such that by doing it everything else will be easier or even unnecessary?